Welcome. Today we're unpacking a book that was born not out of academic theory, but out of deep, personal tragedy, and the resilience required to survive it. We're looking at 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do by Amy Morin. This isn't just a checklist of do's and don'ts, it is a manual for retraining your brain. Morin, a psychotherapist, actually wrote this list for herself. Within a short span of time, she lost her mother suddenly to a brain aneurysm, her 26-year-old husband to a heart attack, and then watched her father-in-law succumb to cancer. She realized that while she had good habits, it was her bad habits, like feeling sorry for herself or fearing change, that threatened to drag her down. She argues that mental strength isn't about suppressing emotions or acting like a robot. It's about regulating your emotions, managing your thoughts, and behaving in a positive manner, despite your circumstances. Let's dive into the 13 habits we need to quit to build that strength. 1. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. We start with self-pity. Morin calls it mental heroin, because it feels comforting in the moment, but disconnects you from reality. When you're pitying yourself, you're essentially delaying action. You're stalling. The book illustrates this with the story of Jack, a boy hit by a school bus. His parents were so consumed by the tragedy that they taught him to see himself as a victim, which actually stalled his recovery. The antidote to self-pity is active gratitude. Morin explains that you can't feel self-pity and gratitude at the same time. It's physically impossible. She suggests simple shifts, like keeping a gratitude journal or asking, "What advice would I give a friend in this problem?" to gain perspective. 2. They don't give away their power. Next, we talk about power. You give away your power when you lack physical or emotional boundaries, like Lauren, a woman whose mother-in-law constantly undermined her parenting, leaving Lauren feeling angry and helpless. If your mood depends on whether your boss is in a good mood, or if you complain that someone makes you mad, you are handing them the keys to your emotional state. Mentally strong people choose how they respond. They use language like "I'm choosing to" rather than "I have to." They forgive others, not to release the other person from blame, but to reclaim their own energy from anger and resentment. 3. They don't shy away from change. We often avoid change because we fear the discomfort it brings. We trick ourselves into thinking the status quo is safer, even when it's unhealthy, like staying in a job you hate or neglecting your health. Morin introduces the concept that change happens in stages. You don't just wake up and change, you move from pre-contemplation, denial, to action and maintenance. To tackle this fear, create a list of the pros and cons not just of changing, but of staying the same. Often, the cost of doing nothing is higher than the risk of doing something new. 4. They don't focus on things they can't control. This is a big one for anyone prone to anxiety. We often try to control our environment to manage our inner anxiety. Think of the helicopter parent or the micromanager. Morin shares the story of James, who was locked in a custody battle, trying to control every detail of his daughter's life at her mother's house. It was exhausting and ruined his time with his daughter. The takeaway? You can influence people, but you cannot control them. The only thing you truly control is your own reaction. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free up massive amounts of energy to work on the things you can do. 5. They don't worry about pleasing everyone. Are you a people pleaser? If you say yes to your cousin asking for a favor, you might be saying no to spending quality time with your spouse. Morin points out that people-pleasing is actually a form of manipulation. You're trying to control how other people feel about you. You have to accept that you simply cannot make everyone happy. The goal is to clarify your values and live by them. If your values prioritize family time, you have to be okay with a coworker being momentarily disappointed when you decline a late-night project. 6. They don't fear taking calculated risks. Note the word calculated. Mentally strong people aren't reckless, they just know the difference between a dangerous risk and a scary one. We often judge risk by how afraid we feel, which is a terrible metric. Morin uses the example of her dog Jet, who is terrified of tile floors but will walk on them if there is cat food involved. Sometimes emotion wins over logic. To take calculated risks, you must balance emotion with logic. Ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario? How likely is it? And how much will this decision matter in 5 years? 7. They don't dwell on the past. Reflecting on the past is helpful. Dwelling on it is destructive. If you are replaying old mistakes or glory days, you are missing the present. The book tells the story of Gloria, who felt so guilty about her past parenting mistakes that she enabled her adult daughter's irresponsibility in the present. To stop dwelling, you have to make peace with the past. This might mean practicing forgiveness, or simply recognizing that looking in the rearview mirror prevents you from driving the car forward. 8. They don't make the same mistakes over and over. Why do we repeat mistakes? Sometimes it's stubbornness, impulsivity, or just getting too comfortable. We might say, I'll never do that again, but without a plan, we default to old habits. Morin suggests viewing mistakes as data, not character flaws. If you yell at your kids when you're tired, the solution isn't just trying harder not to yell, it's creating a plan to manage your fatigue or walk away before you snap. Identify your triggers and create a written plan to handle them differently next time. 9. They don't resent other people's success. Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. When you see someone else succeed and feel jealous, it's often because you have a scarcity mindset. You think their success takes away from the possibility of yours. Morin advises us to stop comparing ourselves to others. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Instead, focus on cooperation rather than competition. Celebrate others because their success is proof that success is possible, not a sign that you are failing. 10. They don't give up after the first failure. Many of us carry a fixed mindset. We think we are either smart or dumb, talented or untalented. So when we fail, we assume we just don't have it. But the most successful people view failure as part of the process. Thomas Edison didn't fail, he found thousands of ways that didn't work. Morin tells the story of Susan, who dropped out of college because she felt she wasn't college material, only to realize years later that she could learn the skills she lacked. Grit and persistence predict success far better than IQ does. 11. They don't fear alone time. In our digital world, we are never truly alone. We fill every quiet moment with scrolling, texting, or podcasts. But solitude is essential for restoration, creativity, and mental health. Morin discusses Vanessa, who couldn't sleep because her brain never had time to process the day until her head hit the pillow. By building in short periods of solitude, no phone, no TV, you allow your brain to process emotions and solve problems, ultimately making you more productive and peaceful. 12. They don't feel the world owes them anything. This is about entitlement. Whether you think you deserve a promotion because you've been there the longest, or you think you deserve happiness because you've suffered enough, the world keeps no such score. Lucas, a man who felt the world owed him a promotion, learned that his demanding attitude was actually repelling the success he wanted. Mentally strong people focus on what they can give, not what they can take. They look for ways to be team players rather than keeping a tally of debts. 13. They don't expect immediate results. Finally, we live in a microwave society. We want hacks and quick fixes. But mental strength, like physical strength, takes time to build. Morin warns that expecting immediate results leads to disappointment and quitting. Whether it's weight loss or therapy, progress is often non-linear. The goal is to commit to the long haul, celebrate small milestones, and look at the big picture rather than today's frustration.